Right now, it's a major problem in New York City. More unserialized, untraceable ghost guns are being found on the city's streets, and officials are warning they could soon spread to other areas across the country. The majority of ghost guns are assembled from kits composed of separate parts ordered online. But over the past year, law enforcement officials have seen an increase in the use of 3D printers to make the weapons at home. The New York City Police Department says the influx in the homemade weapons is due to increased accessibility to 3D printers and a growing online gun rights movement known as 3D-2A. Anna Schecter joins us now. She's the senior coordinating producer of the CBS News Crime and Public Safety Unit. So, Anna, you've spoken to the NYPD about this issue. What should we know about 3D-2A?
Well, it's a very dark world online in some cases. And in other cases, these are people who are pro-freedom, pro-personal liberty, and they're really smart engineers, and they like to make stuff with 3D printers.
3D meaning 3D printing, 2A, Second Amendment.
Exactly. And so there's this range of people in this movement. And the police are worried about those who are trying to circumvent regulation and create guns that are lethal. They are plastic, very lightweight. I have a magazine that somebody 3D printed for me as I was doing the research on this piece. And yet they are just as lethal as a regular gun. So police are trying to stop that process before those guns get into the hands of criminals, because we know that can happen very quickly. And we spoke to District Attorney Alvin Bragg here in Manhattan. He is working with tech companies and online platforms to try to halt those CAD files, make it impossible for those CAD files to transfer the printing plans, which are like any other 3D printing plans. You can make toys or anything else. Very easy to send those plans to a 3D printer, and it starts going. And it takes about 12 hours to make each part, but over the course of a few days, you can make a real gun.
For people at home, why is the idea of something that's untraceable, unserialized, why is that bad in the hands of a criminal?
Well, if something happens, if someone is injured or killed, there is no way to trace the purchase of that gun, which the ATF and local police use very effectively to track who did it. It's a very important investigative tool. So in the 3D printed case, it's not just that it's a ghost gun that doesn't have a serial number. It's a gun that can look like a toy. It can be fluorescent pink. And you might think that it's actually used as a pool party, as like a water gun. That is how challenging this is. And young people are attracted to this, and they kind of like the idea of being able to get around, regulation. And you have really young people who get pushed to the YouTube video that shows how to do it. They start on gaming platforms, then they go to YouTube, then Discord, and get those files and make them.
Okay, Anna Schecter, thanks for letting us know.